Most AI comparison videos focus on just one thing, which tool gives you the best output. But at work, that's not really the main thing that you're worried about. The better question is how quickly and easily can I get AI to give me an output that I can actually use? It doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be close. We get asked this all the time by clients. They ask us, should we invest in Copilot or ChatGPT or Claude? Instead of playing our consultant card of, it depends, let's put them to the test. First up is Microsoft's Copilot. If you've opened a Microsoft product in the last year or so, you've definitely seen Copilot everywhere. What makes Copilot different from ChatGPT or Claude isn't the model behind it, it's not the brains behind it, it's that Copilot actually can use different underlying AI models like Claude models or GPT models, but its superpower is called Work IQ. This gives Copilot just native, automatic access to all the same files and emails and chats that your user has access to. Next up, we have Claude, made by Anthropic. If you look at Anthropic's recent marketing messaging around Claude, they emphasize pretty clearly it's the technical capabilities. They talk a lot about agentic work and using tools and reasoning and coding. The whole idea is that you should be able to give Claude your objective. It'll help make a plan, put together the right tools to do it, and then work through that complex task with less hand-holding. Our third competitor, ChatGPT from OpenAI. ChatGPT is probably the tool most people think of when they think of AI. It was one of the early ones on the scene. It kind of led the charge on taking AI and turning it from something that only really technical people could use and made it something that anyone could open up and start conversations with. So those are the tools. Copilot has workplace context, Claude's built around deeper reasoning and more autonomous work, and ChatGPT is the general purpose AI assistant that seems to be playing a little bit of catch up when it comes to helping you get work done. Now let's put them to the test. We designed 3 different tests around tasks that show up all the time in a normal office environment. For each test, we have a rubric that we use to score each tool. Accuracy means catching the major conflicts that we planted, and then effort reflected whether the response was ready to use as is or how much kind of cleanup or reprompting still had to happen before we got a usable output. Now that we have the lay of the land, let's get into the results. First up is project management. Could each AI take a messy set of documents, find the conflicts, boil it down, and then turn them into an action plan someone could run with? For this test, we are acting as a marketing agency that's working with a client for their quarterly kickoff. We provided a few things to the tools like a signed statement of work, a written campaign brief, as well as a meeting transcript from the kickoff meeting with the client. So inside of these documents, we planned things like conflicting dates or some clues about potential gaps in coverage and also mentions of shifts in the campaign that might deviate from the statement of work. So are we gonna expand scope in that case? So we'll see if it catches those things. The prompt that we gave the tool asked it to review the materials, identify any conflicts or risks, and then create a concise project status update, and then give us a clear, prioritized action plan with owners and deadlines. One last note, we mentioned Copilot's superpower is its access to your files and conversations your team already has. So in this test and one a little bit later, we placed an additional reference file inside of SharePoint in our Microsoft 365 tenant to see if Copilot would find it and use it automatically. All right, ready for some results? Let's talk about Copilot. The context test worked. It actually did find the additional reference document in SharePoint and then quoted it as part of its reasoning for resolving one of the conflicts we planted in the references. So given that advantage, you would expect it to have a really good score, right? But not so fast. Across all 3 runs, Copilot averaged a 3.6 out of 5 for accuracy and a 3 out of 5 for effort. It found the conflicts, but it tended to add unnecessary actions and soften fixed deadlines or assign the wrong person to resolve an issue. There were also a couple implied deadlines in the document that weren't explicitly stated, and Copilot was not able to reason through those traps a single time across any of the runs. Additionally, it was the slowest tool in all of these tests, where it took 1 minute and 20 seconds per run. It was pretty obvious though that work IQ ability did add some time. We could kind of see it processing that as it was going through its results. Claude had a very similar quality result. It also found the major conflicts, but its action plans were just a little too broad and didn't preserve the exact owners and deadlines from the source material. Sometimes it would hallucinate and assign tasks to the wrong people, and in one instance it assigned the task to a person who was not involved in the conversation at all. Claude averaged an even 3 for both accuracy and effort, while averaging 1 minute per response. ChatGPT had a small edge on accuracy and averaged a score of 4, and then the efficiency average was 3.6. It was also the fastest by a clear margin, averaging just 40 seconds per run. The major takeaway here is that all three of the tools really shined at taking the task close to the finish line, but then kind of struggled with some of the small, nuanced details and problem solving that would have taken it right over the line. So the results are in for test 1. The winner was ChatGPT. Even though none of them really impressed us terribly, it just happened to score the highest. We wish it kind of could have taken us a little bit farther with what we needed it to do. Test 2 is data analysis. This time everything happened in Excel. Copilot has its native access right there in the tool. And then the other two, we used their add-ins that you can pull in the little sidebar right within Excel. Without giving too much away, the results here really surprised us. For this test, we gave each tool a marketing performance data set and then asked it for an executive-ready analysis. So a forecast for the next quarter, a recommendation for where we should allocate budget, and then last, visuals that made the findings easy to understand. This was a tall task, but it's all numbers and spreadsheets, so should be light work for our AI companions, right? All three tools had moments where they did most of this well, but consistency ended up being the biggest issue here. First, Copilot had 2 very strong runs. It identified all of the outliers, made the desired strategic outcomes, and produced nice visuals relatively quickly. Notice I said 2 strong runs. Well, on the second run, Copilot seemed like it got everything right, but the forecasted revenue total missed the mark by almost $1 million. Copilot was also relatively fast at completing these tasks, with an average runtime of 5.5 minutes. So remember when we said that these results surprised us? Let's talk about Claude. Given Anthropic pushes the label for Claude to be a tool for power users, these spreadsheet requests should be super easy for it, right? Wrong. Claude was consistently inconsistent. Its visuals were not awesome, and it took almost 40 minutes of runtime to get these 3 results. It got a perfect score on finding the outliers. It found all 15 of the outliers, same as Copilot, but everything after that was downhill. It made recommendations that were the opposite of how we positioned the data, and also conflicting recommendations across all of its runs, and only reached a forecasting conclusion within our desired bounds on 1 out of the 3 runs. And then in a lot of the circumstances, Claude would reassure the user that it did something, but when you take a peek behind the curtain, Claude didn't do anything to any of those things, or it did the exact opposite. Claude's one redeeming quality was that it was the most cognizant about editing our sheets and checking in with us for permission before editing any source data. This is a pretty big risk that a lot of people don't think about when they work with AI tools, in Excel in particular, so we appreciated that caution. That leaves us with ChatGPT, which again was a bit of a surprise to us. The first surprise was just how fast ChatGPT was at this particular task. It averaged 3 minutes and 18 seconds per run, with one run finishing in just 2 minutes and 40 seconds. After we saw Copilot take more than 5 minutes to do this and Claude over 12 minutes, we saw this happen so fast and we're a little bit worried about would the quality be here because it went so fast. The visuals produced by ChatGPT were on the same level as Copilot, a lot better than Claude, and It also consistently made the desired recommendations for budget allocation, but it slipped up in run 3 and severely under forecasted revenue, even though it had caught all of the outliers. Overall, this was another instance of AI getting it super close to the finish line, but not quite able to give that ready to send output where you didn't really need to check it on the human side. So even though ChatGPT was super fast, Copilot's home field advantage actually gave it a slight edge on scoring. So given ChatGPT won the first round and Copilot won the second, it all comes down to test number 3. Our final test was all about navigating a tricky client situation. We gave each tool a draft of an email where we were responding to a client who had lost data and wanted things fixed. The task was to turn that into a clear, empathetic, professional response. We also gave the tools 2 different tone samples that it could use to start a response from. We asked it to give us a response that was in that voice, which was a lot more casual than the current draft of the email that we wanted to send. First, it needs to preserve the facts. The client's data was outside of the retention window. It couldn't be recovered through the native Microsoft 365 tools, and recovering that data was outside of the scope of our current engagement. It also needed to match the tone that we gave it. It should acknowledge that the client's frustrated. It should be direct about the situation and avoid sounding too robotic or use a bunch of legal speak. This test was less about grammar and the fact that it was writing an email, and is more about testing the tool's ability to make a judgment call about a situation based on the information that it had been given. Let's start with Claude. Once again, Claude had a pretty lackluster showing. It did very bad at matching the tone that we had given it, and all 3 of the outputs were a little bit robotic sounding, but it did an okay job at navigating the tricky nuance of the situation. Copilot was pretty similar. The second run, it managed to give a lot better output and pick up on some of those tone indicators, like how we wanted to greet the client and things like that. But the other 2 runs didn't change the tone in that way for some reason. Additionally, we put a signed contract reference document in SharePoint that gave a little more context about the situation. Copilot had access to it, but didn't search for it or use it in any of the 3 runs. But when we did give it like an exact go look for this contract, it found it and then concluded that it cleared us of any legal obligation. More importantly, it suggested trying to help the client first before falling back on the contract to draw a hard line, which is perfectly in line with how we would choose to navigate that situation. But because Copilot didn't find the contract on its own, that recommendation was not accounted for in the scoring. Finally, ChatGPT. ChatGPT blew this test out of the water. It scored a perfect 5 out of 5 on every metric in all 3 runs and executed all of the runs the fastest. It did a fantastic job matching the tone of the references that we gave. It gave a diplomatic suggestion for how to navigate the situation and actually reflected the requests in the final output. Out of all the tests we ran, this was the most decisive victory. So again, in this test, ChatGPT walks away with the W. It was the strongest overall in quality, it was the fastest across the full set of experiments, and it was the only tool to deliver a perfect result in the client communication test. So that brings us back to the question that we started with. There is nuance to this sort of thing. Obviously, ChatGPT 1, it did a great job, and we want to give them props for that. However, the best model is not always the best product. We lean heavily on the Copilot side of things because it is integrated in all the tools, and we find a ton of value from it being able to just automatically grab all of those things and then use whichever model it needs under the hood. That is a unique feature of it. ChatGPT could work great. It doesn't quite get to the level that Copilot has in integrating it into the actual work. So you kind of gotta ride that teeter-totter of, do I want something that is simple, easy, automatically integrated, or something that might require a little bit more work, setup, another subscription. All of the good things that are happening over in this ChatGPT world translate over into Copilot eventually. But in an attempt to be non-biased, I want to give congratulations to ChatGPT for passing our test, and they walk away with the gold medal today. Bring out your pitchforks in the comments. Let's hear how this test was imperfect for you, because you want to make your AI tool win.